Well, Devin, good morning. I see you finished your first day worth of soldering, and I'm sure you've got 10 to 15,000 questions. Like, oh my God, how do I undo what I just did? So I took the time this morning to make a little kit for you. It's called the Unfuck It Kit. If you look right here, I've got way too much solder on that joint. And there's really no way to get rid of solder other than to pick it up. I'm sure you ran into this at least a couple of times with your projects that, solder's everywhere and it's ugly and it's not where it's supposed to be. They make something called desoldering braid. This is what it is. If you look in the bag with the thing of solder I sent you, this is desoldering braid. It is just copper wire. It's braided together. Now I'm holding it barehanded, but you gotta watch. The shit gets hot. The whole way it works is I've also included a syringe. There's no needle on it, so it's safe. You won't poke yourself. It looks like mine. This stuff is called No Clean Flux Paste. I've made you the exact same thing here. You'll find it. Here's how this desoldering braid works. Say you want to take this little bit of solder off, say you have to take the component off, or it's bridged across and it's shorting out a connection. So what you do is you take the syringe and you squeeze a little of this stuff out. It squeezes hard. What you do is you squeeze a little bit of this flux on it. What flux is it's like an oil. It's made from pine trees, but what it does is it makes solder suck up into whatever you heat up. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this solder suck into this piece of copper braid. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit on this too, on the desoldering braid. I've already got my iron hot. So here's how it works, man. This is amazing. You're going to love it. You lay the desoldering braid on top of the piece of solder you want to remove. There's flux everywhere. It's messy. That's just how it works. Take your soldering iron, lay it on top of the braid. It's going to smoke, but what it's going to do, if you can see here, it picked up all of that solder into the end of this thing. So now that I've picked up the first part of the solder, take my scissors, because this is now junk, and cut off the part that's already sucked up as much solder as it can, like that. You've still got a little bit of resin down there. You go back down with it again, you heat it up again. It'll smoke like crazy, but you can see the copper turning solder colored? It's picking up all that solder that I didn't mean to put down there. If it sticks, just get it hot and it'll come right off. Once again, you can see this is picked up solder. You just clip off the part you used and it's done. Now if you look, minus all the crap, this stuff actually cleans up pretty good with alcohol. I'm just using the Chem wipes that I keep here at the shop. But if you look now, all the extra solder from that, focus, is gone. So that's a quick intro on how to use desoldering braid. I'm sure you're gonna need it. Here is a whole roll of solder I sent you. Dude, this is enough solder to build anything. It's 50 grams. It's the tin copper alloy that I use here. I've got it in a big roll here. I got you this roll, plus I also found while I was looking, I got you a decent toolkit to start with. And I've also got, if I could find it again, dude, you know my stuff's always a mess. Oh, hold on. Oh, anyhow, I found you another roll of solder that you can use. Hopefully that'll be enough. And I tell you what, man, this thing is pretty cool. It's a magnifying glass so you can see what you're doing. It is clips to hold a board, like if you're working on it, to solder. I'll put it in here and show you. You're able to clip your board in there to work on it, and then you flip your magnifying glass down and then you can look through it. This part holds your iron while it's hot so you don't burn yourself. And what you can do with this part is you put a paper towel in there that's wet and you use it to clean up your soldering thing. Tell you what, a sponge works great. Fuck it, I'll throw the sponge in there too. Your mom's going to give you this too. You need it worse than I do. You're still learning. I can always buy another one. I love you, buddy. I'm proud of you. I know you can do this. Just keep practicing, bro. I'll keep sending you tools to work with. If you have any questions, call me. Love you. Bye.